Hello, this is Sherry, and I want to share with you a loaded envelope that I made for my cousin before I send it off to her. It's a vintage theme, obviously, and it was really fun to make. I'm kind of getting into the vintage theme a little bit because I recently made a junk journal and used vintage papers for it. But the primary source of paper that I used for this loaded envelope is the Tim Holtz Ideology Wallflower collection. And my cousin told me that her office color scheme is sage, turquoise, and golden yellow. So I interpreted those colors this way. I don't know how close I actually am because we live in different states, so I've never seen her office, but I'm confident she's going to love it anyway, even if it doesn't perfectly match her colors. So the envelope itself is just simply a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I folded in and up into an envelope. These wands, I wanted to make usually I use crepe paper and doilies for wands, but I wanted to make some of these thicker, sturdier wands. And so I found a tutorial by the Scrappy Bookworm 1, and it's her paper rosette tutorial. She makes wreaths out of these, so she makes them a little sturdier. And I used some of the paper from the Tim Holtz collection and made these wands. I have this eyelash yarn, which I thought made a really cute nest to nest that bird in. And of course these are just straws from probably Hobby Lobby. And the outside of the envelope I have some ephemera butterflies, which I cut from the paper collection. Here's a little doily that I got in a package of 12 at Hobby Lobby. Here's some ephemera from one of the, I think, Tim Holtz ephemera collections, a little bit of lace. I did some stamping on the envelope itself using these border stamps, and I've had these so long I honestly don't remember where I got them from, but I just kind of dressed it up, stamping along the border there. Some of the paper that I used for this is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Her web shop is ephemerasvintagegarden.com. Her YouTube channel is Ephemera's Garden, and she does a lot of junk journals, and she has a lot of junk journal kits. So I got this little postcard envelope and these adorable tags from her website. Some of the stuff that I use from her website is from her freebies, and some of it I've paid for, and I love it all. It's absolutely gorgeous. I used one of these tags that I got at Tuesday morning and dressed it up with a little bit more ephemera from Tim Holtz. Here's a little doily that I made look old using some distress ink and some water. And then behind there is some washi that I got from Hobby Lobby. Here's another tag. I used the paper from the Tim Holtz collection and just some a flower and a butterfly that you can get, you know, at any craft store. You can get a little package of flowers, package of butterflies, you know, like a Paper Studio, I believe. Some lace. Unfortunately, when I put the lace on, I covered that just a little bit, but it says thinking of you. And this is a vintage picture that I just got from Google Images in their section of free art. So that's what's in the front. There's a little banner that I made. I love these gold hearts. I got those at Target. They are with the stationery because they're meant to be seals for sending invitations. So they're with the gift bags and invitations. And you get 80 of them, and I've just been using them like crazy. They're just adorable. So I stuffed her envelope because she's not a paper crafter or part of the paper crafting community. I decided to stuff her envelope with some things that she might be able to use in the office. So I just took a sticky note pad and covered it with some paper. This isn't actually the Tim Holtz paper, it's from a different collection. And here's some it's like chipboard. I believe it's just chipboard from a collection, ephemera collection I got at Target, and then some lace. So there's just a little thing that she could use in the office. I gave her some samples of the washi tape that I used on her tabs and such. Here's a little magnetic bookmark. This is a pop open card, and I'll write some goodies on the back of this. I got this from the World Market, where they sell all sorts of beautiful stationery bags, specialty foods, and decor, etc. I love to go there. I live in rural Arizona, so I don't get there very often, but they had a box of these cards that have little encouraging sayings inside, and so I got them. I thought they would be great to use for Happy Mail, pocket letters, because they're so small. They fit in just about any type of Happy Mail that you would want to send. So that's for her. I made her a little notebook. I went ahead and I have these little pencils that I got from the Target dollar spot a while ago, and I used graph paper. So because I honestly don't know what she might want to use it for, but I like graph paper. I think it's really neat looking. So I used some of the paper from the Tim Holtz and a little bit of embellishments here. And then I just stapled one of those cigar holder paper pieces from an ephemera pack. This is a necklace. I cannot wear jewelry, and I won this necklace at a jewelry party. I have a good friend. She used to be an extraordinary paper crafter, but she has since moved on to making jewelry, and she is quite extraordinary at that as well. Anyway, I'll go ahead and link her website below. She makes beautiful stuff, and most of it's made out of copper and that kind of stuff. So, but I know that my cousin could wear this, so I put that in there for her. Here is a little, it's from a set of coasters that I got at Daiso for $1.50. I thought that was really neat and something that would be really fun to include in loaded envelopes. One more thing that I made for her is an emergency sewing kit, and I used paper from the Tim Holtz collection. I got the idea from this emergency sewing kit, which I can't remember where I got this, but when I did receive it, I thought it is the perfect size to slip into a pocket of a pocket letter. So I saved it, and I figured this is something that anyone who works in an office would like to have handy, and it's small, it'd be easy to store away. So, and talk about easy to make, I just grabbed some buttons and put them in a little bag that seals, and I used some pinking shears to trim some felt, and then I just hot glued the felt on one side. To make this part, I took a circle punch and cut out a circle, and then I took my zigzag scissors and cut here, and then I just wrapped neutral colors of thread around and put that in, and then I'll put a Starbucks card in there and a nice little letter. And that is what I have to share with you today. I hope you have enjoyed this share, and so anyway, thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel, and I do have more videos that I will be posting. Bye.